Caden and his younger brother Liam survived the apocalypse. They saved 2 spirit eggs at the cost of their lives. Liam didn't hesitate at all. He snatched the fire phoenix girl from the dragon egg, leaving Caden with the ice serpent girl from the frost dragon egg. But then a scorching apocalypse suddenly struck. Protected by the ice serpent girl, Caden safely endured the extreme heat. Meanwhile, the fire phoenix Liam took couldn't handle the intense flames. She burned to death in the blistering heat. With his dying breath, Liam glared at Caden with pure hatred. He cursed him and turned the ice serpent girl against Caden, who then strangled him to death. When Caden opened his eyes again, they had both been reborn. Back to the day the 2 spirit eggs first hatched. This time Liam once again quickly claimed the ice serpent girl. He thought having her by his side would guarantee his survival through the heat, but he didn't know her powers came with a terrible price. She required daily blood to sustain her abilities. Last time Caden was drained dry. The agony of being strangled was still fresh in his memory. Caden glanced at the ice serpent girl beside him. He couldn't help but shudder. According to the beastkin traditions, they were bound to marry the one who saved their life. Originally Caden was meant to take the fire phoenix, but Liam disliked the ice serpent's cold and aloof appearance, so he stole the fire phoenix Caden had saved. Could have predicted that a month later, the global climate would drastically change. The scorching apocalypse officially began. True to her name, the ice serpent possessed a cooling power. She could drastically lower the temperature within 3 meters. The fire phoenix was her complete opposite. Liam, who stole the fire phoenix, ended up burning to death in the extreme heat, while Caden, shielded by the ice serpent's power, was unaffected by the deadly temperatures. Liam convinced himself Caden stole his destined partner, so before dying he manipulated the ice serpent into killing Caden. Caden tried to explain himself, but Liam cut him off immediately. Liam declared the ice serpent was his. Now he would take her and Caden could have the fire phoenix. Liam eagerly wrapped his arm around the ice serpent. Girl's slender waist. Caden realized Liam had also been reborn. A slight smile touched Caden's lips. He had been wondering how to get the fire phoenix back. Liam only knew about the ice serpent's cooling ability. He had no idea it required daily fresh blood to maintain. Not only that, but her fangs carried a potent venom. Every feeding session was pure torture. The toxin spreading through the veins made life unbearable. In their past life under Liam's constant manipulation, Caden had been drained to the brink of death. In a way, he should thank Liam for ending his suffering quickly. This time Liam would get to experience it himself. The daily agony of being bitten by those venomous fangs. In the previous life, the ice serpent girl was reluctant to go with Caden. She only obeyed due to her clan's ancient laws, and reluctantly became his wife. But now, hearing Liam wanted to take her, she didn't wait for Caden's response. She slithered over to Liam's side, her tongue flickering. Her voice was cold and dismissive. As she spoke, she told Caden that since Liam wanted to take her home, she belonged to him now and Caden should stop bothering her. Caden realized it wasn't just him and Liam who had been reborn. Liam heard the ice serpent's words. His face lit up with barely concealed triumph. He looked at Caden, his voice dripping with smugness. He asked Caden what he thought of that. This was the ice serpent's own choice. Caden could just take that worthless phoenix home. Caden gave a light chuckle. He said if that's what his brother wanted, he wouldn't stand in his way. As Liam walked past Caden, he deliberately slowed down and gave him a haughty look. He lowered his voice and whispered to Caden. He said Caden had no idea the scorching apocalypse was coming. If the day ever came when Caden couldn't take it, and begged at his feet, he might be generous enough to lend him the ice serpent. For a few days Caden smiled to himself. Liam had no clue why the ice serpent really chose him. Caden didn't look back at them. He turned to the newly hatched fire phoenix in the corner. She was huddled up, her feathers still damp and unkempt. Her whole body was trembling uncontrollably. It was a fear etched deep into her bones. Only when she heard Liam say he'd take the ice serpent did her tense body relax a little, but she still didn't dare look up. Caden walked over and softly told her to come with him. She flinched violently and shrank back, asking if Caden really wanted her. He reached out to gently touch her head, but she shut her eyes reflexively. Her entire body went rigid. She even leaned her forehead forward slightly. She pleaded with him not to hit her, saying she didn't mean to. Caden froze his hand in midair. A heavy weight settled in his chest. He asked her why he would hit her. He told her to look at him. After a long hesitation, she slowly opened her eyes. There was no hatred in them, only a deep, almost numb terror. In that instant Caden understood she had been reborn too. He started to ask if Liam had. Before he could finish, she curled into a tight ball. She begged him not to talk about him. Her wings clamped tightly around herself, as if she'd been physically stabbed. Tears tinged with blood welled in the corners of her eyes. Caden didn't press further. He simply drew her into a protective